Assalamu alaikum dear student and viewers. Today we are going to be discuss the grounded theory. As you know that before that we have already discussed about the ethnography approach in the qualitative research. Today we are going to be discuss the grounded theory approach in the qualitative research. Before going to discuss the grounded theory, I will take some historical perspective of the grounded theory. The first time the grounded theory is used in US and California, and the researcher based by USA by Berne Glaser and Anselm Strauss in 1967, and that is the first time that concept is used in California and USA by Berne Glaser and Anselm Strauss in 1965. After that, this concept is starting as a research, and socialist researcher, basically social science researcher, used a grounded theory analysis in the qualitative research. Before going to the details, we try to understand what is the grounded theory. And grounded theory is a research method concerned with the generation of the theory which is the grounded in data that has been systematically collected, analyzed. So simply we can say that theories that we have construct in the data we have collected from the field. And I give in the next slide, I give the overview of the traditional way of the research and the grounded theories analysis about in the qualitative research. Here you have seen the grounded theories a difference between the other approaches. Traditional approach, as you know that we took read the literatures, formulate the hypothesis, collect the data and test the hypothesis with the data. This is the quantitative approach. What we did what we do in the grounded theories: collect the data, analyze the data, develop the substantive theories which you are intended to work, and read the literature to explain the findings. And that is the approach of the grounded theories. And very easy to understand. The traditional, we start from the literatures, and the grounded theory, basically we have constructed the theories from the data and data analysis, and then we develop the substantive theories on the basis of data that we have collected from the field and grounds. Most important topics in the grounded theories: the first one is that determine the initial research questions, and second one, recruit and collect the data, theoretical sampling, break the transcript in the excerpts, and open coding. We use the coding. Later in the next slides we talk about the codings. Group excerpts into the codes, open codings, and group code into the categorized axial codings. Analyze more excerpts and compare with the codes. Repeat step 2 and 6 until you reach the theoretical saturations. 2 and 3 is recruit and collect the data is the step 2, and the 6th step is analyze the codes. And final, I think you have seen here, define the central idea, selective, substantive material which you have want to be write down on the basis of the data. Write your grounded theory on all things you have gotten from the field data that you have received, and data analysis. Then you have created the grounded theories. These are 9 basic steps of the grounded theories. Grounded theory data analysis, as you know that before that we have already discussed step 2 and step 6. How can we attended all the steps? Number 1, codes, subcategorize, categories, and theories. And after that we will be write down the grounded theories. And what we do, and what is the basic steps in the grounded theory data analysis? Here you have seen the GT data analysis. Open coding. What is the open coding? This involves the line by line coding where the concept and the key phrases are identified and highlighted and move into the subcategories. Then categorize. This breaks the data down into conceptual components that the researcher have want to be focused. The theories reflect what they are reading and understanding, making the sense of data. Basically, you make the word, you make the coding according to your research need and the purpose of the research. Axial coding, this stage relationships are identified between the categories between the connection, between the identify the codes. Basically, you categorize your wording, categorize your qualitative words, qualitative data into subcategorizations and connection to each other, that called a axial coding. And last steps in the GT data analysis, in grounded theory data analysis, is selective coding, open coding, axial coding, and lastly is the selective coding. This involve identify the core category. You choose basically your attentive, your purpose based categories in the axial coding, in your open coding. After that, you select your core coding, core categories, and methodically relating to the other categories. The relationship must be authenticated. The categories you have refined, and those categories which are interrelated and have the relationship you have refined here and categorized and then integrated together in a grounded theory identified. And after this analysis, selective coding, you will go for the data analysis and data interpretation. That is basically is 3 steps in a grounding theory data analysis. I repeat again: open coding, axial coding, and selective coding. I hope you will be got it here. The idea of grounded theory is basically the main concept they have used after 1967, and that nowadays in the social science researcher they have doing the work on, they have used this concept of qualitative research approach in their research and their dissertation. That's all about the grounded theories and what is the grounded theories and important steps and grounded theory data analysis. I hope you enjoyed today's lecture.